Oh, welcome back to Magic Titans for another awesome game of Commander. How you doing, Adrian?
Oh, I'm doing great. So excited to be here. We've got some especially exciting brand new toys. It is a holiday season. We've got new toys, we've got bad guys, we've got good guys. It's going to be a really fun and flavorful night of Commander.
Yeah, you and I are like particularly bad boys tonight. We're both playing Grixis. We're playing supervillains. We're gonna be mean to people verbally and in the game. It's gonna be great.
It's going to be very disheartening. Now, speaking of disheartening, no, just kidding. If you guys want to support the channel, do consider liking, subscribing, spreading the word. That is how we get more people to see the exciting content that we're doing tonight. So much appreciated, and thank you so much for joining us. Let us know, of course, in chat if you like what you're seeing, if we're doing something wrong, and we're just excited to be chatting about Magic. So thank you for joining us live tonight.
Yeah, we do love Magic. We're just here to enjoy Magic. I think that's kind of the focus of the channel. It's just enjoying Magic.
Magic and friendship from the two Grixis boys.
From the two Bean Boys. All right, well, with that, let's introduce our friends. How do you guys feel about friendship being magical?
I'm so excited.
Friendship is magic. That is canonical truth. I've seen so many episodes of My Little Pony that I know that inside and out.
I probably have not stopped bothering you guys about this deck. I'm so excited. It is literally the most friendship character there is. It's great.
You've been talking about this deck for, I want to say, 8 weeks.
It was love at
Forever.
first sight. As soon as it got spoiled, I was just like, I'm doing this. I'm going to do it. No one can stop me.
It's happening. It's super, and it's been
Definitely
kind of a,
50% of our chat group is Shane talking about robot magic cards.
exactly.
Well, Brian has the elves to bring us Christmas. Shane has the toys. And me and Adrian are just big old Grinches here to ruin everything.
Yeah. They're the ones that get the cold.
You guys ready to take a look at our decks?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, I'll
Let's get
kick
right
it
into
off. Ooh, I'm playing Nekusar. I'm going to be drawing cards. You're going to be drawing cards. Everybody's going to be drawing cards. And it's going to hurt, but only for you. It's a toxic relationship. I have a bunch of ways to benefit from me drawing and to hurt you for you drawing. But a lot of these cards are symmetrical because they're old. So I might be hurting myself a little bit there. When you're drawing a lot of cards, you're probably going to be discarding some cards. So I have some discard payoffs. And then, of course, the ways that I'm going to get you to draw cards. Got a lot of wheel effects. A lot of wheels have been printed in the game. It's a powerful effect. We'll see what happens.
Ooh, I like that classic windfall there.
Oh, man. So mean. I saw that new Shieldred.
It's gonna be cool. Like, you're making us feel like we're your friend at first, and then it's gonna be, the evil's gonna far outweigh the good that you do in the world. So fair enough.
I'm going to
It's a
dress up
season
as
of
Santa.
giving.
It's a definition of Bridger.
I dress up as Santa, and I climb down your chimney, and then I take the Santa suit off, and I eat all your food.
Yeah, and then you rob us at gunpoint.
Are you the? He's the Santa from Santa Claus 2 with Tim Allen. He's the evil toy Santa.
That's exactly right.
Wow.
The fascist Santa. That was a
At
weird.
least I'm not Tim Allen.
That's fair.
The greater evil.
All right, Adrian, tell us about your deck.
I am excited to be playing my Nicol Bolas deck. Ever since he came out, I've always wanted to play a deck based around him. And today I've got all the versions of him. It's Grixis, of course. We're doing Mean Boy stuff. Mr. Steal Your Girl. Lots of Planeswalkers. Of course, we've got lots of things like Spark Double and things that proliferate and help kind of build up counters on our number of Planeswalkers in this deck. Filled with lots of big tricks and big plays, as I like to do. Things that, of course, are Bolas focused. If he's in the picture or in the text, he's going to be in the deck. And of course, we're going to need lots of things to help reduce the cost on these big casts, including lots and lots of mana rocks. That's the name of the game today.
God, it's gonna be such a scary deck.
I'm
The
excited.
Nicol Bolas one is just like, hey, let me get these big battleship haymaker spells and just see if you can stand them.
This was one of the first decks that I wanted to look at building when we were starting the channel. It's kind of, like I said, I've always wanted to do it. I don't know that it's good, but it's going to be a ton of fun.
I've wanted to play against a Nicol Bolas deck, so I'm excited you brought it.
Yes.
If you can fly under the radar and keep your Planeswalkers for a couple of turns, you're in the clear. That's my advice. Don't play too many Planeswalkers, because then everyone will kill you.
Okay.
And try to keep your Planeswalkers seeming non-threatening, even though we all know how threatening they are.
I'll just say it very quietly and timidly.
Yeah, just whisper. Oh, play the Planeswalker.
I'm playing Nicol Bolas.
Hey, what's that over there?
Yeah, exactly. Just hope we don't notice.
Yeah.
That's pro trick.
All right, Shane,
Exactly.
tell us about your Transformers.
Okay, I am super excited. As soon as I saw that they made an Optimus Prime the hero, like he's a big silly robot that transforms, gives +1 counters. He's not great, but it allows me to explore vehicles. Everyone's been wondering since vehicles have been printed that if they're going to actually be good. I don't know. So I'm just making giant, big, dumb robots as much as I can. Like I'm running the Reaver Titan, and this is just my childhood is just exploding. So you're going to see a lot of the Transformer cards. I have like all of them I could fit in there. A lot of them don't even make sense with the deck, but it's going to be great.
I love the idea of your deck is vehicles, robots turning into vehicles, which then those vehicles go into other vehicles.
Right? I can cascade and pilot vehicles, put them into robots. It doesn't make sense.
That's so good.
It would. I picture myself as like a planeswalker just watching what you're doing. I'm like, what is that guy up to? He's like creating robots that turn into cars and then go into cars to pilot.
You're like, I'm gonna cross the street. I don't want to deal with this guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, honey. Before the kid dies.
This deck has really been kind of an evolution. As we mentioned, you've been talking about it for a while. Ever since they announced the Optimus Prime stuff for the Transformers stuff. Then we had the 40K set that came out, introducing more vehicles, as well as protection from robots. And it just has
That card,
continued to escalate, you know? I'm hoping... Oh, we should have brought one today, Bridger.
Yeah,
It's
I
new
found you guys like would
online
slot that in all your decks that you could because
Totally. Our meta
remember
now
looking-
has that protection
Yeah,
from
yeah.
robots. Shane's always going to have robots.
God, I'm just so excited about this deck. It might just not do anything, and I'll be still super happy.
They will be on the table, though.
Yeah,
You're going to have Optimus Prime at some point.
yeah.
All right, Brian, tell us about your little elves.
Yeah, everyone knows I love tribal and I love elves, so I'm modifying my elves today. Today they are black-green, led by Lathril, Blade of the Elves. And this deck, basically, I have a ton of Cowardly Elves. They don't want to attack you because they're pathetic. Instead, what they do is they band together and just make everybody lose life. And I actually have lots of ways to just make all players lose life just without attacking. And so it can be very scary. And because it's not a mono green elf deck, it actually has a lot of tricks that the black mana brings in and creates some interesting synergy. So I'm excited for this modification to the classic elves.
It's gonna be really cool.
Elves are always so scary because they just swarm you, and then they're like, "What if they also gave you cancer?" Like, it's gonna be scary.
That
exactly
last
right.
one in particular, that enchantment, just like all have death touch. That is absolutely terrifying because it plays well to like all these like tiny creatures. You know, everything's gonna be a threat. It's gonna be a ton of fun, and a big fan of Golgari.
Yeah,
Very
I've
such a
never.
strong
This
color.
is actually the first time I've put this deck down, and I'm really excited to see what happens. I have no idea what my board state looks like with the elves once they all get out.
Well, if you guys are ready, we can just find out. Let's play a game. You ready?
Let's
Oh,
do
I'm
this.
ready.
Let's get into the game. Phew. All right. Are we doing D20s again?
We're doing
Please.
D20s. You know, I hate to jinx it, but I've won every D20 roll off on the channel so far.
Well,
Ooh.
until
wouldn't have
now,
any other
Brian.
D8 then.
Hiya! Oh, it's 5.
I got a 15.
And an 8.
I have a 12.
The streak continues.
It's too powerful.
Oh my god.
Everyone who knows, who's watched us in the Warhammer world knows that I'm a villain with dice.
Very
So-
suspicious.
Yeah.
Everyone thought that I would have island dice being out here, but apparently not. All right, well, good luck. Have fun, everybody. I'm going to draw for turn.
Likewise, let's
That's
do it.
actually an interesting land. Sure, why not? Let's play that. So my first land down is pretty cool. It's Gilt Leaf Palace, and it says when it enters play, I may reveal an elf card from my hand, and if I don't, it comes into play tapped. Now it generates both black and green mana. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reveal an elf, Llanowar elves, very classic. I've had this card since I was a youngin,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I will tap for 1 green and play the card I just revealed for you. So that's a very classic turn 1 elf play right
no.
there, and I will call it. I will call that my turn and pass it to Bridger.
All right. I will draw for
Mind-blowing,
turn.
Brian.
I'm going to crack a Scalding Tarn for Xander's Lounge, which is the Grixis Triome. And I'm going to lose a life and pass the turn, Adrian.
Alrighty.
Most excellent. I'm going to go ahead and play Luxury Suite. Comes into play tapped unless I have 2 or more opponents. Well, I do have
many are
Brian. Yeah, Brian and Bridger are here, so we're good.
That's good because I'm your friend.
Exactly, and I'm past the turn.
All right. Cool. To kick this off, I'm going to follow up with the planes, and I'm going to play Hot Shot Mechanic.
Wow,
This is a fun hot shot one. He's a Fox pilot, and the pilot kind of like theme is for when I pilot my robots, they count as their powers 2 greater.
Oh, that's cool.
Every vehicle has a crew cost, which is I need to tap enough creatures that add up to that cost. And so he's just better at driving robots. All right, and I'll pass to Brian with that.
Okay, I will untap and draw for turn. Cool. So what I'm going to do is I am going to drop, why not, a cool land here, a Death Cap Glade. It enters the battlefield tapped unless, oh no, that's the wrong one. I'm so sorry. I'm telling you my hand here. I'm playing an overgrown tomb. And this adds black and green as well, but it enters the battlefield tapped unless I pay 2 life. I will pay the 2 life because I want to keep going. And what I'm going to do is tap 3 mana, including my Llanowar elves there. And I'm going to play a very classic card, Wood Elves. This is a 1/1 elf. And it says, when Wood Elves comes into play, search your library for a forest card and put that forest into play. And then I get to shuffle my library afterwards. So I'm going to grab a forest.
He's ramping. He's
That's
ramping.
an old Wood Elves, Brian.
It certainly is.
That
So
beautiful old border. All right.
Guys, it's starting.
I don't like it.
I do have 2/1/1s in play, so be
All right, Brian. I'm going to play Swamp, and I'm going to cast Howling Mine. Welcome to the mines, boys.
Oh,
Oh
God.
man, that is
is a-
such a classic card. I have not
2
seen
mana
that.
artifact. Everybody draws an extra card in their... Unless it's tapped, because it's real. This is an old artifact. But in your draw step, you draw an extra card.
Oh, he's so nice.
Yeah, look, you guys are... I don't even get to use it first. Adrian, you get to use it first, and I'm going to pass.
Aw, thanks. You said it in the actual draw step, right? Not
Yes, you draw 2 cards at once in your draw step.
It
I don't
feels like
see
he's
what-
being kind, but we all know it hurt.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what could possibly go wrong. Let's go ahead and play an Island, and we'll tap 2 for mana rock. It's going to be the Talisman of Dominance. It's a black-blue Rockaroni, and with that, I'll pass the turn.
All right. Cool. You guys are doing all cool stuff. And instead, I will try to do cool stuff too. I'll play a Darksteel Citadel, so that's an indestructible artifact land. And tap 2 for, you guys know what a robot's best friend is?
Another robot.
No, it's dwarves. Everybody knows that. I'll play Shram.
Dwarves?
Senior Edificer. Yeah, this deck has like a weird dwarf sub-theme that I kind of like about it.
Dude, dwarves love vehicles. This was established
Yeah.
on Kaladesh.
I respect any deck that has dwarves in it.
I was going to say, last week it was dragons. Now they're working with the vehicles.
Yeah.
Cool.
And yeah.
Did
so
you
whenever
remember
I
to
play-
draw 2 cards, Shane?
I did not draw a second card.
You look, for the rest of the game, you guys will be drawing at least.
I'm not used to you being nice to me. This is freaking me out.
Just don't hurt me.
He's not being nice.
Yeah.
I think it's over to you, Brian.
Okay, I'm gonna untap and see what I can do. Let's draw 2 cards.
Yeah, draw 2 cards.
Oh, look at that! A card from my youth.
scared.
I will play the Bayou.
Oh, okay. Not just any youth you had there, Brian.
The Bayou.
I've been around long enough that was.
That's where you grew up, was the Bayou, wasn't it, Brian?
That's right.
I like how it's so old that pulling it up on the card reader doesn't help because you literally can't read the text on the card.
Yeah,
That's
they
unreadable.
had that weird stripy background. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to tap 4 lands, and we will summon my commander,
Oh, boy.
Lathril, Blade of the Elves. Let me tell you about it. It is a 2/3 elf noble. It has menace, which is really important because it also has an ability that says whenever it deals combat damage to a player, create that many 1/1 green elf warrior creature tokens. So it's generating tokens. It's got 2 attacks, so if it hits you for 2, it creates 2. I get to tap it and 10 untapped elves I control, and then each opponent loses 10 life, and I gain 10 life. So if I do get to 10 elves in play, I'm at 3 currently, or I'm technically at 2, then I can start using that ability. So I'm into that.
I'm not. I do not like that.
It's so scary.
Unfortunately, I don't have much else I'm going to be able to do here, so I'm going to have to pass the turn.
All right. I will untap and draw my 2 cards, as is my right. Interesting. How far down do I want to go early? That's the question. I'm going to shock in a Steam Vents. Look, I'm lowering my defenses here, guys. I'm willing to...
All right, you guys need to stop beating up on Bridger. He's giving us cards.
I'm giving you so many cards.
Right.
Speaking of giving you cards,
Okay.
I'm going to pay 2 for Kami of the Crescent Moon. It's Howling Mine with legs. It's a 1/1. In your draw step, you draw an extra card. So now you're drawing 3 cards.
No.
I think a few people are going to start to have hand size problems.
I know.
I have a Reliquary Tower somewhere in this deck.
Oh, so do I.
We all have a reliquary tower somewhere.
Yeah.
You're not
Never
wrong.
leave home without it.
And you're going to find it soon. I passed to Adrian.
Guys, I'm scared. You can have too much of a good thing. I'm going to
Is
draw
Adrian-
3 cards.
Are you going to have to discard this turn?
Probably.
Probably, yeah.
Cards in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Okay. All right, here we go. I'm going to play Foreboding Ruins. I need to reveal one of 3... anyways, I have to reveal this mountain. If I do, it doesn't come into play tapped. It's black-red. So that's 1 card down. Okay.
Yeah, just 2 more. Don't worry.
Oh, gosh. We're looking at 4 potential mana here. I cannot spend them fast enough.
Look, I'll give you a hint, a tip.
Yeah.
You're going to be discarding cards. Just don't worry about it. Play the cards you want to play. Don't try to get them all out of your hand, because you're drawing 3 every turn. You can't play 3 cards a turn for the whole game.
Bridger, I can keep up.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah.
Well,
let's
Brian
do
can.
this. Brian definitely can. Okay, so what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to continue the ramp town. So we're going to pay 4 to play Visage of Bolas. This is an artifact. It can tap for Grixis mana. And when it enters the battlefield, I can search my library and/or graveyard for Nicol Bolas the Deceiver, reveal it, put it into my hand. I'm going to do that, and then I still need to discard 2 cards, I think. Should be still at 9.
So you can do it? Can you just be like, nah, I'm good?
You can fail to find.
Could. You
Yeah.
could.
Yeah.
It says you may.
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're going to go up to 9. Need to drop 2. I'm going to discard Bolas's Citadel.
Oh!
Yep.
That means he
And-
has lots of good stuff in his hand if he's dropping.
Right.
Useful.
They're all so important.
And this is the problem with Bridger's deck is like we have a plan going into
Chaos
our
War.
turn, but then we draw so many cards that all of our plan is just completely screwed up.
Right?
Uh,
Oh my goodness. I'm going to go ahead and pass the turn. That's me.
All right.
Look, your plans can only get better.
1, 2.
That's not true. More information
3.
can paralyze people into making bad decisions.
Definitely guilty.
That's on
Yeah.
you, though.
All right. So we'll start off by dropping a Ragroon Triume. So nice 3 colors.
Ooh.
God, now I don't want to play any artifacts because then I'll draw. Terrible.
yourself.
Did you remember to draw 3 cards, Shane?
I did draw 3 cards this turn, and I'm not as happy about it as I would have done normally.
Just accept it now. You guys are going to be discarding cards. It's fine. It's a natural part of your life.
They're so precious to me.
No. I'm going to play 2, and I'm going to play an Is It Signet, which would cause me to draw, which I don't want to.
Is he a May,
right.
SRAM? Is he a... No, not a May. Okay. Well,
Yep. Yeah, it's a draw. All right.
Classic.
God. I don't
This is suddenly very stressful.
I
Yeah,
only have
it
to
is.
pitch 1 card, but yeah. All right, we're going to go with
How you doing, chat? Having a good night?
I'm just
All
looking
right, we're
at
gonna
my
get rid
hand.
of the Aeronaut Admiral, which would give my vehicles flying, but he's going to hell.
Oh wow.
Yeah. All right, and I'm at 7.
7.
So it's
Yeah.
over to you,
All right.
Brian.
All right.
Oh, wait, hold on.
hold
There
on,
might be
hold on.
combo. Or combat.
Yeah. Hotshot Mechanic. Wait, what's your Tommy's power and toughness?
It's a 1-3. It's a fat commie. He's sitting there on the cliff being sad.
Okay, SRAM will attack Adrian, and
Why?
Hotshot Mechanic will attack Brian.
Cool. I'll take it.
I'm sorry. The creature that attacked me was
Is a 2/1.
It's a 2/1, and it has any abilities?
It does not.
Because I have a 2/3 blocker, just so you know.
Oh, I thought it was 2/2. I'm gonna walk that back.
Okay.
Alright.
Bridger, will you do one more to me for my Talisman of Dominance?
Oh, you got it, homie.
There
And
we
you,
go.
Stram's a
Brian.
2-3?
He's a 2/2.
2-2, okay. So Adrian's a 37. We're good there.
You got
All
it.
right. I will untap. Make sure chat knows they need to draw 3 cards at the start of their turn.
Hey, chat. At the start of every turn, at each of our turns, you have to draw 3 cards at home, playing along.
It's gonna be hard to get that Uno.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god. Okay, these. What am I doing with all these cards I have?
It's overwhelming, right?
You just
is.
play them, Brian.
Oh, you
Super stressed out.
like your
okay.
deck? Play all the cards.
Yeah, exactly. I should basically just take them off the top of my deck and put them into play without.
Without looking.
I will play a Death Cap Glade. This comes into play untapped because I have more than 2 other lands, and it generates a swamp and a forest. So lots of double lands going on today. But what are we going to? What are we going to play? So we'll tap 3 mana here, including my Llanowar elves, and we will play Marwyn, the Nurturer. She's a 1/1 legendary elf druid, and it says when another elf comes into the battlefield under my control, put a 1/1 counter on Marwyn, and then I can tap her to add mana equal to Marwyn's power. So if she gets tough, then she can end up making a lot of power herself, which is
Okay.
Hmm.
So you get all that mana to spend all the cards that Bridger's giving you.
Precisely
Must be
right.
nice.
Honestly.
Yeah. Oh man, it's actually kind of a hard problem for me to solve. So I will tap another 3 mana, and I will play another legendary elf. This one's Jahiria, Friend of the Forest. She is a 2/3, and it says tokens I control have tap to add 1 green mana. So if I start creating some tokens, then they're going to be able to generate some mana for me as well. Speaking of generating tokens, who doesn't have blockers? I believe it's just Adrian.
That's moi.
Okay. So, by the way, I did just cast an elf, so Marwyn gets a 1/1 counter.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm going to do is then attack Adrian with my commander, Lathril.
Cool.
All right, so you're going to take 2 damage, and I will get 2 elf tokens.
Not so bad.
It's not too bad, considering they can tap for mana. And then whenever an elf comes into the battlefield under my control, my Marwyn gets stronger, so that's 2 additional tokens for Marwyn. 2 additional +1/+1 tokens. That is going to be my turn.
That's a big elf mob.
Big elf mob.
It's getting there. I've seen bigger.
Oh, draw 3. It's so many cards, guys. Who's making us draw all these cards?
You're mad, man.
Are you a little sad when you have to discard cards, Bridger?
Not at all, Shane. I've played so much Magic. I'm just happy to have cards in my hand.
Yeah. You're always worried that you're not going to have enough of a draw engine. Not with you around.
Nope. Not with me around. I might be
So
putting
you
a
have
target
an engine. Does that mean you're a vehicle?
of pure evil, Shane. I'm going to cast Shieldred, and it's the new Shieldred. Shieldred the Apocalypse.
No.
Good night, friends. So she's a 4/5 death touch. Whenever I draw a card, I gain 2 life. And whenever you draw a card, you lose 2 life.
She's
We
so
have
good.
located a payoff.
So wait, we lose 2 life per card we draw?
Whenever you draw a
We're
card,
losing
yeah.
6 at our upkeep.
My God.
Well, in your draw step. We're not to upkeep draws yet, Shane. We'll be getting to upkeep draws. And then, would you look at that? I have 7 cards in my hand, so I will pass.
You're a monster.
Why is he doing
Animal. Oh
Now
my
you
god.
could wait in your upkeep. Do you have any actions in your upkeep before you draw?
No.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and deduct 6 life.
Yeah, please do. Please do. Actually, would you do me a favor? Only deduct 5.
Oh yeah,
Because I spoke too soon on the Talisman of Dominance. I actually didn't need to use the color.
right. Because you don't. Yeah,
Specific.
okay.
Yeah. I thought I was being good, but I actually was ungood. All right. You've taken damage.
I have a
Round 3.
suspicion. I have a suspicion this game's going to go quickly, unless some of these cards go away very quickly.
Any of you guys got any of that removal?
Bridger, do you have any
Yes.
untapped mana?
No.
Okay. Can I?
Look,
How many creatures are on the battlefield?
Oh. I have 2.
I like the sound of that. I have 2.
So
I
Blasphemous
have
Act will cost 1. Because we have 11 creatures,
Yep.
right? Because
I would
it's
welcome
red
the
and
apocalypse.
is
Yeah,
it red
I'm
and
thinking-
12?
No, it's 1 and 8.
It's
Red
it's a red and 8. 12 is the damage. No, it's 13 is the damage. Let me see.
Yeah.
Let me see. 5. That'd be so much cooler.
Look, I
6?
won't blame you guys if you kill Shieldred. This is a dumb card. This card should never have been printed.
I can't believe what 4 mana for that is insane.
I can remove that 1 card if you want.
I forgot she was a 4/5.
She's
Honestly.
huge. She's thick.
All right. I am not, in fact, playing Apocalypse. What's it called?
Oh,
Blasphemous Act. However, I am playing Deadly Tempest. Destroy all creatures. Each player loses life equal to the number of creatures they control that were destroyed this way.
Ow.
And I have
Um,
nothing.
Ouch.
Nothing.
I have no responses. I will take 2 damage.
I will take 7 damage.
Whoa.
I will
Brian,
take 2.
Brian, that's not how we say that number.
7.
Blew my mind so much I just dropped my hand.
There you go. All right, that's me.
Hey, Adrian, I appreciated that.
Yeah, I got you.
I like that. That was a cool play.
Bless. Thank you. Classic Adrian play. Wipe the board. Have nothing in return.
Now, Shane, you're only drawing 2 cards now. Kami the
Only
Crest
2.
Move's gone.
What am I to do with all this?
I don't know.
All right, we're ready.
That felt good. I was kind of feeling dirty for assembling that so quickly.
I know. It was actually very unbridged. That was like a Brian opening move, not a
It was a
Bridger.
Brian play.
All right, we're gonna
To be fair, I had somewhat of a Brian play going too. So.
That's it.
we'll play Seat of the Cyanod. And so I'm up to 5 mana now.
Look at your 2 artifact lands. They look so similar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love the artifact lands. They're great.
It's a good cycle.
super cool. All right, and then I will tap 3. And if I was a cruel person, I'm going to play Mirrodin Besieged, and I can either choose Mirren, the side with the Mirrens, or the Phyrexians. And I'm very anti-Phyrexian, so I'm going to go with the Mirren. So whenever I cast an artifact spell, I create a nice 1/1 Mir token, and to go with that. So that's going to be for helping me down the line, but we'll see
Like
what
it.
goes on with that.
Sounds great.
And do I got any other thing else I can play for 2 mana? I don't. And I have exactly 7 cards. Okay, we're good.
7.
All right. Well, almost half the cards in my hand only do things relative to the number of elves I have in play. Currently is 0, so they're not
You're
doing much.
slacking.
I know I'm slacking.
How about that?
Okay.
Have you tried having more elves in play?
You know what? That's a fine idea. So I'm going to drop a forest. It's my, yeah, okay. And what do I've got here? 2, 4, 6 mana down. I could start to get a few more elves, or I could just tap all 6 and resummon my commander. That's probably the best elf I can get out there. So she's back in play, Lathril, Blade of the Elves, and that is going to be my turn. Over to you, Bridger.
Love it.
What a noble elf. All right, I will draw 2 from the Howling Mine.
Good.
How am I drawing this many cards and I still don't have lands? How's that possible? How? Well, Well, guess I'll just have to fix that. I will tap 2 of my swamps to get a Dimir Signet, my cool Secret Lair Dimir Signet. I liked that one. And then, which flavor, what variety of draw your whole hand again do we want to go with? I really need to hit a land here. All right, well, since they're all going away, it actually doesn't matter. I'm going to cast Molten Psyche, because they're just all going away. So this is 3 mana. Oh, I can't make double red with Dimir Signet. This is not a legal play. Please hold while I find a different draw your whole hand again. We're going to Windfall. Hey, up.
No, I have such cool cards.
I need a land, guys. So we're all gonna discard our hands, and then who has the most cards in hand?
No, it's discard. Discard hand.
I have 7 cards in hand.
I have 7 cards in hand as well.
So we're all gonna draw 7.
And 2 Nicol Bolases.
I want to show you the sadness that you're making me do. I had Jetfire, the ingenious scientist, a Thunderhawk gunship.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So sad.
2 jets that would have been piloting each other. It would have been great. But here you are, Bridger.
But Shane,
So we draw.
I need a land. 7. Everybody draw 7.
Draw 7. Okay.
Land. Look at that.
I pretty much only drew lands, so
This is the weirdest stream we've done.
this is such a strange game. I love your deck,
Yeah.
Bridger.
You love it for now. We're gonna play.
I hate your deck because I'm like, I know this is going to be cancerous.
We're gonna play an Exotic Orchard, which lets me tap for any color that you guys have. And then I'm going to cast Library of Lang. This is now the oldest card on the table. Library of Lang is a weird artifact that has a lot of words that say, if I were to discard a card, I can instead put it on top of my deck.
Oh.
What?
It's a lot of words to describe that effect.
That's cool.
It is a cool card, though. And that's it for me. I'm going to pass to Adrian.
Okay. We're going to untap. We're going to upkeep, and we're going to draw 2.
2, yeah. Just
2?
Howling Mine.
Okay, what do we have here? We're gonna play a command tower for any Grixis mana, and so we would be down to 8 cards. Pretty comfy for now. Sorry, I'm just familiarizing with myself with my new hand.
Yeah, I'm gonna make
Bridger.
streaming real hard.
Bridger keeps us guessing. That's his thing.
The worst.
It's a cool windfall, though. That windfall was a 30th anniversary promo from the store. I played an event at a store and I got
That's super cool.
beautiful card. Support your LGS.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Let's do this. This will be fun. This is fun. 1, 2,
What do you got?
3,
You're in scary mana territory.
5.
So whenever he says this will be fun, it's going to be scary.
It's gonna be fun.
It's the
Fun.
Grixis is kind of fun.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna play Scarab God.
Oh, no.
Yes.
It's one of my favorite cards of all time, Adrian.
Scarab God's so cool. It's like one of those cards that like
One.
you can just play it because it's cool. Even though this is not a zombie deck, but we're just gonna do Scarab God stuff. You know,
So good.
Yeah.
it's so cool. Basically, if you're not familiar, he's a 5/5. Start of my upkeep, I'm gonna deal damage to everyone based off of the number of zombies I have. But more importantly, I can basically exile creatures from graveyards into zombie versions of them.
Oh, no.
And when it dies, it comes back to my hand. It's
Nice.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, what a cool card.
You
Right?
can make zombie Jetfire?
Zombie Jetfire is coming, and I have 2 mana left. I'm gonna go ahead and pass the turn, and I'm good on number of cards.
Oh,
All right.
no. Adrian can
Alright.
make a Shieldred. Uh-oh.
Yes.
I got to draw 2 cards now?
Yeah, draw 2.
1, 2. Okay. Cool. All right. We're going to follow up by playing a Plains, being at 6 mana.
What are you gonna do with 6 mana, Shane?
6 mana. There's so much stuff I want to do. I'm just like, where do I start? Where do I start?
All of my destruction cards are gone now. So I had a handful of things that could have killed anyone's things. Now I only have lands.
I want to enter the Cool Kids Club, and in the darkest of hours, there's only one person you can turn to.
Yes.
That's Optimus
Hero.
Prime.
Yeah.
This is Optimus Prime Hero. So now he doesn't do anything for miracles. But so at the beginning of each of my end steps, I bolster. So he's such a good friend. He finds the guy with the lowest toughness and gives him a +1/+1 counter. Because he's just like, I'm looking at you, champ. And then whenever he dies, true to the 80s cartoon, he comes back transformed. So he can survive. All right, that's great. And so now I have to discard.
I have a weird question for you, Shane.
No.
Does the commander tax get added to alternate casting costs? Like, if you cast him for more than meets the eye, you want him as a truck, not as a man.
From my understanding, yes, because it's added onto the casting costs.
Got it. Cool.
Unless, Yuriko specifically says that you can cast from the command zone for that.
Because that's actually an activated ability, not a alternate casting cost.
Yeah. So, I always played it like that. That's how I play my Exus deck, because it has an transform.
Right, yeah.
Okay. So I will discard a island, so I can be at the 7 cards threshold, and yeah, that hurt me. Okay, and that's the end of my turn, and he will bolster himself. Sometimes you need to give yourself a pep talk.
Love it.
Dude,
Brian, I will say,
5/9.
oh,
I am untapping and drawing 2 cards.
2 cards.
2 cards.
Neat.
question mark?
I will put down another classic elf land here. It's Wirewood Lodge. It generates 1 colorless mana, and I can tap it and 1 green to untap an elf, which would be handy in the right circumstances. I will tap the Wirewood Lodge to play a Soul Ring.
Oh, dang.
You know, this is without exaggeration, I own many Soul Rings. This is the first one I've played in Commander history. I've never drawn one.
Wow.
I've just never drawn it. I'm also going to tap my. I'm going to tap 3 lands here, and I will play an Abomination of Llanowar. This is a really cool legendary elf horror, and it's a really creepy card. It has vigilance and menace, and it has power and toughness equal to the number of elves I have in play and in my graveyard. And so we've put so many elves in my graveyard already, plus the one I have in play. It's going to be an 8/8.
That's big.
Pretty exciting stuff.
So it is a horror, shambling abomination of elves crammed together. I'm super
I
into it.
love that card. I wanted that to be your commander so bad, but you're like, that's gross.
It is super gross. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to tap the Soul Ring for 2. And then 2 green mana here. And we will play a Planeswalker. He is Tyvar Kell. He is he says that all the elves I control can tap for black mana, which is great. And then his +1 ability, which is the one I'm going to use, puts a 1/1 counter on target elf. I get to untap it, and it gains Death Touch until the end of turn. So we're going to put a 1/1 counter onto my commander, Lathril. And now in my attack phase, who doesn't have a blocker? Bridger, you don't have a blocker?
Oh, that would be me.
Okay, well, I will attack you with my commander for 3.
You're going to regret that, Brian.
I regret nothing. And because you took 3 damage, I get 3 elf tokens.
Spicy.
I've never seen that art for Tyvar.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah, it's a neat one. And that's going to, I believe that's going to be the end of my turn. Yes, none of my other elves can tap for mana. So yeah, that's it.
Can you just put a die for Tyvar's loyalty, Brian?
Yes. He is at 4 currently.
Ooh, both good draws. Okay. Creatures. We got a Locust God. We got a Thoptar. Got Optimoid, the primiest. And then 5 elves over there?
I have 4 or 5 elves. Yes, that's correct. Sorry.
5 of
But yeah,
the elf
I forgot to
people.
mention, I also get a Thopter for Optimus Prime coming in, and so he would bolster him. That's his little buddy.
Makes sense. Well, I'm going to play a Dragon Skull Summit. It taps for black or red, and it comes in untapped because I have a Swamp. And then I will tap 2 of my Swamps to play a Rakdos Signet. I'm up to 2 signets, guys. Look at me.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay. We have 6 mana still, huh? Nekusar costs 5. All right, I'm going to float 6 mana of varying colors in the Grixis
Okay.
variety. Let's say 2 of each of the Grixis colors.
Uh-oh.
Just wave our hands. I'm going to cast Blasphemous Act for 1 because you guys have 8 creatures.
No!
Not my little buddy.
Don't worry, Adrian. That one goes back to your hand, but the rest of this garbage goes away.
So my top turn.
Man. I had
So that's
planned.
13 damage to all creatures.
So does returning to the battlefield count as entering in the battlefield again?
Yes.
Okay, little buddy's back. Because Optimus Prime doesn't ever die. He always comes back as Optimus Prime, Autobot leader.
Oh, let's
Who
take a look
comes
at.
back in his truck form.
Can we see his truck form? Show me his truck form.
My God, this is
Yeah, let's see this truck.
All right, I just got the front again.
lame.
All right. So, living metal, so that as long as it's my turn, he counts. You guys cannot read that. So I'll
No,
just
we
read it
can't.
to you. So he is a vehicle, but he always counts as a creature when it's my turn. And so he doesn't have to be crewed, and then he has trample. He's a 6/8, and then whenever he attacks, I bolster 2. The chosen creature gains trample until the end of the turn, and then whenever that creature deals combat damage to a player, convert Optimus Prime.
Oh,
Cool.
all right, that was a lot of words. I'm not sure I followed it, but I cast Nekusar, the Mind
no.
Razor. He's like another Howling Mine on legs. So you guys are back to drawing 3 cards a turn,
Oh no!
and every time you draw a card, you take a damage.
No!
Our hubris, we wanted too much cards.
Yeah.
We wanted too much cards.
I'm the villain once again, and I will pass the turn to Adrian.
Oh my God. Am I gonna? No. All right. Cool. I will untap. I had plans.
I mean, yeah,
Don't
you know
even
Adrian's
know.
sitting on that.
I was mostly worried about the giant elf demon thing that was just going to continue to get bigger forever.
Fair,
It's literally
fair.
a clump of elves. Have you seen the card?
It's really gross.
It's disturbing.
I too will play Dragon Skull Summit.
Ooh.
Gives me a black or a red and costs me. I don't have to come and play tap because I have a Montagna.
Yes.
I don't want to just do the same as last turn, but that's like the thing to do.
It's not a bad
What,
play.
Blasphemous Act again?
No.
Oh, not that last turn. Your last turn.
Adrian,
My
you're
last
playing
turn.
2 Blasphemous Acts?
Oh. I did have 2 Vandal Blasts at one point because I was like, oh, you know what this deck needs? Vandal Blast. I like updated my Mox field, put it in the deck, and then I realized I have double in like every form possible.
Yeah, I think I gave you a Vandal Blast when you were making the deck.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's a good call.
Yeah.
So let's see, 1, 2, let's see.
Don't play that card.
1, 2, 3. Let's do 4, 5 for the Scarab God, our best friend. He's back.
So
He's
good.
awesome.
Oh,
And
no.
then I
Take a
have
look at him.
Oh, yeah, because you draw 3 cards, so you pretty much, if he dies, you just get him back in your hand. That's math.
Yeah. That's pretty
No, wrong God cycle. This one just always goes back to your hand.
he
Yeah.
automatically gets
Oh.
The War of the
You're the one
Spark
that goes-
Gods go 3
Go 3 down. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'm going to pay my final 3 for just a Commander Sphere, which gives me one of a red, blue, or a black. And of course, I can sacrifice it to draw a card if I don't have enough of that already.
Yeah, exactly.
You want-
I'm now
you want more
looking at all
cards?
my cards that have draw abilities, and I'm like, used to be interesting, but now
Yeah.
you're horrible.
Yes. That's going to be it for me. Pass it.
All right. Shane, do you have any effects in your upkeep?
I do not.
All right, you're losing
So
3
let's draw
life,
those
bud.
3. Oh, no. 1, 2, 3.
We've gone like the last like 4 shows without having any board wipes, period. And we've and then I'm like playing this deck just before we started, where I'm like, the only thing this deck can't withstand is board wipes, and it's like double board wipes. Like, no, come on,
Brian.
they're just little elves.
I had 2 more in my hand that are now in the graveyard.
I'll take it. The only
Yeah.
reason I told Bridger also, the only thing that can make this deck survive board wipes is mass card draw. And so, funny enough, like I'm getting board wiped, but I still have a hand. So it's actually weird. Like I can just start again from scratch.
Just keep go- Look, we can keep going. I'll keep drawing board wipes. Adrian will keep drawing board wipes.
Right?
We'll be at this all night.
We'll just
Yeah.
keep returning to the Ice Age. It's fine.
All right. So I will tap 3 mana. to play Ratchet, Field Medic, another Transformers card. And so he has life link, and whenever you gain life, you may convert Ratchet. When you do, return artifact card with mana value less than or equal to the amount of life I gained.
Oh, cool.
So you can do that. I get another Thopter card because it's another artifact coming in.
That's so ratchet, Shane.
And then I'm going to tap
Do people still say
4 to play
I would not.
Goliath Truck,
Oh, that's a good one.
which is my first vehicle from the 40k set.
Ooh.
And so whenever a Goliath truck attacks, put 2 +1/+1 counters on another target creature or attacking creature, and it crews for 2.
It's the GSC truck.
They still have not put the 40k cards in Scryfall.
Yeah, I noticed that. They're not in the like spell table database.
Yeah. Okay. And so
What do you got?
What does Nekusar? He doesn't have any keywords, right?
He's just a 2/4, just hanging out.
So 2/4, and then we have 4. Okay. Optimus Prime will attack Brian's Planeswalker to deal 6 damage to his Planeswalker and drop him. And he will bolster the lowest toughness, which would be my Thopter, or when he's attacking. So, and I will send that in the air at Bridger. So Bridger will take 3 damage.
Yeah, Thopter.
And this causes Optimus Prime to roll out and transform into Optimus Prime Hero.
Yeah, he does.
Did that have to deal combat damage to a player?
Yeah, I thought it was a player as well, but
I can't read
No,
your
it's
fire truck.
Oh, it's when the creature that I bolster. So he sends them in. Yeah, it's not when Optimus deals damage. It's when the creature that he bolsters
That's
deals
he's
damage.
like,
That's
go,
when you
minion. I'm
No.
a figurehead.
No, he's like, go, my friend. I believe in you. Follow your heart.
Sounds
Does
like he's
anyone
middleman.
know what's that
Two
like
perspectives.
rock opera song from the Transformers movie, like the original cartoon one? I know someone in chat knows it.
You know they do.
Yep.
Somebody
And
has.
I don't.
so that will be my end step, and Optimus Prime bolsters another.
Another Thopter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another
Thopter.
Thopter.
All right, I will
So I
untap.
have 2 more Thopters, and one of them gets a +1. All right, we got a
Oh,
Thopter
transforming
video.
is not leaving the is not. That
Oh no,
last
the
Thopter.
other Thopter was because I played Goliath Truck and Ratchet, both artifacts.
Got it. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
And Bridger, I'm drawing 3.
You are drawing 3, and unless you have something to say about it, you're also going to take 3 damage.
Nope. Nothing to say about it. Mm-hmm.
Not an artist like Adrian. These are Thopters, I think.
No, I
You
love
got
your
the
Or
touch.
they're umbrellas.
Thopter. Flying umbrellas.
Yep.
These are great.
Surprisingly few elves in my hand. I will actually. You know what?
Doing what I can,
I'll
Brian.
play a
Doing my
land.
best.
I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play a Verdant Catacombs. This is a fetch land. And what I'm gonna do is tap my Soul Ring and 1 green mana, and I'm gonna play a Realm Walker. This is a 2/3 shapeshifter. I'm gonna make it an elf creature type, and it says I get to look at the top card of my library at any time, and I can cast creature spells of the chosen type, which was elf. So I'm gonna look at the top card. It is an elf. And so I will pay to cast that. It's 4 mana. And it's a legendary elf. It's a 3/4. It's a Dwyden Gilt Leaf. And it's a 3/4 with reach. And other elves I control get +1/1. And when it attacks, I gain 1 life for each attacking elf I control. So that's pretty good.
Cool.
What I'm going to do is do my fetch land now. And I'm going to pull, I guess, a swamp, or it doesn't really matter. I'll pull a field. Or I pulled a swamp because it was the first thing I found. I'll shuffle my deck and then look at the top card and see if there's another elf on top there.
That was.
I think-
Go ahead.
I think Cody is singing the song. I don't know the song, so you've got the touch. You've got
That's
the
the one.
power.
That's the one. Oh man, it's fantastic. Thank you, Michael
I'm so
Cody. You're
curious.
awesome.
No, Cody Bernard.
Oh, there's more than one.
There
So many
are
Codys.
multiple people in the world who have the name Cody somewhere in their name.
That's insane. That's
Yeah.
wild.
This may be shocking to you.
The top card of my library, I almost thought was a creature, but it's not. So it tricked me. So I can't actually play that, unfortunately. And then as far as other things I can play, I have 3 mana. Not a lot interesting. Who has? Oh man, this is tough. I'm gonna have to just call it right there. That's gonna be the end of my turn. I'm gonna pass it to Bridger.
All right. Just go ahead and draw 3 cards, as is my right. So many cards. Love me some cards. Kind of wish I had different cards, so we're going to do that. We're just going to do that.
No.
No. Don't worry. It's just a me different cards. It's not a me different
Yeah,
cards.
I have a
can
card
do
in my hand that if you make me discard it, I will drive to your house.
You don't know where I live, Shane.
Oh, that's what you think.
All right. I'm going to trust that I will draw more lands. And I'm going to...
You gotta believe in yourself. Harder than hard.
These lands are just going away. We're going to go a Svamp and a Dragon Skull Summit to cast Harmonic Prodigy. Very cool. I would argue underrated card from Modern Horizons.
Yeah.
2? Modern Horizons 2? 1? I don't remember. Anyway, it's a 1/3 with prowess, and if the ability of a shaman or another wizard I control triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. Did you guys know that Nekusar is a zombie wizard?
That's cool.
Oh no!
Oh, that's not cool.
Wait, no.
We lose double the life.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, you lose the same amount of life just twice.
That card's so good it should be a legendary. Wow.
My goodness.
My God.
Yeah, so that was cool. And then we'll pay 3 for an old card. I had actually never seen this card before until I built this deck. We got a Whirlpool Warrior. It's a 3-mana merfolk. When it enters, I shuffle my hand into my deck and then draw that many cards. And at any time I can pay a red and sack it, and everybody does the same thing.
No.
Now, Bridger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Don't
just
be
doing
hasty.
How
the
much
me
red
one.
mana you got?
Look, I
Bridger,
have 5 cards.
I feel like
Going
you
in.
know this will hurt them so badly that you have to do it. They've been talking about how much they don't want you to do this. I think you have
It's
to
at
do
any
it.
time, Brian. I can do it at any time. There's no tapping. It's just pay red and sack it.
Okay,
Look,
so
if they're good,
you wait until Adrian draws 3 cards or 6 cards or however many he draws, and then you make him do it?
no, it's just look. It's. I don't even want to call it a threat. I just want to. I would say it's like Chekhov's gun. It's up on the on the shelf. It could go off at any time.
Hey, this.
All right, I'll draw my 5, and I only have 3 mana left. Really 2, because we're reserving 1 for something. I did draw a land, which was great. I'll play Graven Cairns, which is a black-red filter land. Adrian hates filter lands, as we know.
I hate filter lands. They're too smart
They
for me.
are complicated for pretty much no
Just
reason.
look at it as just having an extra land and don't really think about it.
Yeah.
But it
That's a
messes
lot
with
of-
the colors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I'm just gonna pass. We're chilling.
Okay. I'm gonna untap. I'm gonna take what? 6 damage?
Well, 3 damage twice. Yeah,
You know what? I do know where you live.
technically correct.
Would you be willing to sell me that info? I won't attack you next turn.
Ask me next turn.
Yeah.
It's like you prepare for your turn, especially like, in the stream you want to keep it moving. But now I'm like, I just have 3 new cards I have to suddenly like figure
Yeah.
out.
Or a whole new hand. Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly. Exactly.
You gotta
Okay.
smooth out the wrinkles on your brain like I do. And I'm just like, what robot can I play? More robot.
How many
play an
robots
island.
can I afford?
Robots don't think, they just do.
Right. I'm gonna go ahead and pay 4 to trigger Scarab God. We're gonna exile. I've been thinking about this a lot of good options.
Uh-huh.
But I gotta go for Shieldred because I love the interaction that's gonna happen with all of Bridger's stuff.
Uh-huh.
So I'll do
negate it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. She's not a wizard, is she?
The harmonic prodigy is only for me, but also no, she's a Phyrexian Praetor.
Okay, cool.
Now I'm really excited to see Adrian draw Shieldred.
And then-
Shieldred token.
I'm looking forward to it. And then for fun, I'm gonna pay 4 again to spark double Shieldred Zombie.
Oh
So
my-
we have 2 Shieldred Zombies.
Shane and Brian, you're literally already dead. I'm sorry. You are dead men walking. I have to apologize, but Adrian has killed you.
Jesus Christ, how much is that? So that'd be 12 damage a turn?
You're taking 6 damage per card you draw, and you're drawing 3 cards a turn.
Yeah, look,
You guys are dead.
I would counter with, I am probably dead next turn by playing these cards.
Well,
what do I have here?
Anyone have anything? Anyone?
Sorry,
Brian?
these are. Sorry, what's a
touch.
creature? It's a creature.
It's a
This-
shield.
yeah.
Power.
This is a 4/5 Shieldred creature. Sorry, 4/4 because the Scarab God, and then this is the same thing.
Okay, they're
But
not.
it comes in with a
artifact.
1/1 counter because it's spark double.
Ooh, so it's a 5/5.
So, okay,
Yep.
Brian, just to explain this to you, I'll pull up Shieldred here.
And what's its strength? Sorry, what's its stats?
He has
have a 4/4 and a 5/5.
5/5.
Oh man. Yeah.
So
there isn't
Shieldred,
anything I can do.
whenever Adrian draws a card, he's going to gain 4 life. And whenever we draw cards, we're going to lose 4 life.
Yeah.
Yes! They all
Grix is
doubted
bad,
me.
boys.
No, so it's 12 turns. It's 12 life a turn.
So it's 2 from Nekusar because of the Harmonic
Oh.
Prodigy, and 4 from Shieldred. So you guys are losing 6 per card.
Yes. Yes, the apocalypse comes.
Brian.
Wait,
still
wait,
make an
hold on.
alliance with me.
I'm drawing 3 cards next turn, and I'm losing 18 life, or how much?
Yes.
Correct.
Well, 6 life per card because we could just make you draw more cards, Brian.
Oh, right, because you could make everyone discard their hand right now
Yeah.
and draw.
And would kill everyone.
Okay.
So now Chekhov's gun is really loaded.
It's really in play. It's really in play. Look, that's it for me. I'll let you guys figure out the rest.
Shane, you can kill those creatures, right? That's like a thing you can do.
Optimus Prime never chooses to kill.
I mean, is that
I'm gonna
why he
translate
always
for you,
loses?
Brian.
Okay. So I'm going to take 18 damage right now.
Oh, yeah. So 37 minus 18 is 19. So I'm just going to type in. Oh, you're 35. So you're at
Yeah.
minus 8, 17.
I think we've cumulatively lost almost all of our life, and almost nobody has attacked anybody for anything.
I know, that's the crazy part.
I think that the problem is
Yeah.
3 of our decks have this mechanic of losing life without attacking.
I love
So
it.
I just have to kill Adrian.
You just have to kill God. I'm not calling myself God. I'm just saying.
I mean, we should definitely go all in on killing somebody.
Just the creatures.
If you tried to kill Bridger, he would just ensure you die instantly.
Yes, don't do anything to me, or I will kill you.
Yeah.
No.
That's not a threat. It's really just like, again, Chekhov's gun. It's just on the shelf.
Yeah, it's just there.
It's going to go off in Act 3. You choose what
wild.
Act 3 is.
I'm not liking this, guys. I'm at a loss here.
You don't have like a Swords to Plowshares or
Or
Not
like 3
on
swords
me.
out there.
like a Optimus Prime's Friendship Beam.
Yeah.
I've given you so many cards, Shane. You can't. You can't
I
figure this
told
out.
you none of them are good.
You've taken away an equal amount of cards that you've given.
All right. We'll tap 3. Not to do anything, but we'll play Prodigy's Prototype. This is not going to be anything to save me, Brian. I'm really counting on you. But whenever one or more vehicles attacks, I create a colorless crew. So that's cool.
What is
Like
it?
an old pilot.
Can't even
Yeah,
say
I get a
what the
little
script
pilot.
is.
Artifact comes in. So that's nice. I get a little Thopter. And then I'll pay 1, 2, 3, 4.
Can you just attack with everything
Hi.
at Adrian?
Yes, that's my only plan here. Tapping 5 and then tapping 1 more to play Kappa Cannoneer. That's a
Ooh.
cool card.
That's actually a good card.
Okay.
As opposed to the rest of your
Won't
cards.
matter. But it's I get another little
Oh.
Thopter, so that's cool. So
That's
2
cool.
little Thopter guys.
And one of them gets a 1/1 counter.
Mm.
It's a cast trigger. Sorry. Neither of them gets a 1/1 counter.
Yeah. And whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on the Kappa cantrip.
But the
It can't be
thing that
blocked.
makes a Thopter is a cast trigger, so he's not out yet.
I cast the Kappa, so I get the Thopter.
Right.
I
You
cast
get the Thopter before Kappa lands. Because you cast him, he's on the stack. No, you still get the Thopter, you just don't get the counter.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm facing down the gun right now, so I'm trying to...
You are looking at Chekhov's gun. It's a stressful situation, I understand.
All right. So these 2 Thopters that came in that can't do anything, they're going to tap to crew Goliath truck.
Ooh.
They're getting in the truck.
Everything at Adrian and pray.
Oh boy. All right.
We got some triggers here?
We got some triggers, so Goliath truck gets to give me 2 +1/+1 counters. I'm going to put it on Ratchet, make him a 4/6.
Oh, you're going to gain some life, Shane. You might not die.
That's... Oh, boy. Okay, so Adrian, you have a 4/6 with lifelink coming at you, a 4/4, that's just a 4/4.
Okay.
A Optimus Prime coming at you, that's a 4/8. And then you have 3 Thopters in the air that are going to be a total of 6 damage.
Okay.
And then
Does Optimus have?
he has no special keywords.
Yeah. Okay. You have no trample anywhere. No
He's
first
a
strike.
big butt, though. Oh,
He's
Shane.
got
Shieldred has Death Touch. Just a warning.
That's okay. If I don't get rid of the Sheldred, I die anyways.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's acceptable losses. Okay, so I'll block your 4/4 with my 5/5 Shieldred,
Okay.
and I'll block Optimus with the Scarab God.
Okay.
And then, do you have anything that's power less than 4 on the ground?
No.
Okay, so and then
The only other thing is Ratchet, who's what's it called
4/6.
currently 4/6.
a 4/6,
Yeah.
a 4/6.
Hmm.
Okay, I'll let the rest through.
Okay,
So-
so Ratchet just goes through unmolested.
So 10
Yeah.
damage goes through, I believe.
10 DiMaggios.
Okay. And I get to return a artifact card from my graveyard
Mm-hmm.
for
And your
4.
Goliath truck is dead.
Yes. I could bring that back.
You could. That is a legal maneuver.
I love it.
Hey, Shane, I want to say that was a valiant. I like that.
Last stand.
It was good.
He's
And I
pretty
have
much.
life.
Fire is 1 mana too much.
We're hurting Adrian because Adrian's the one hurting us, but it's guaranteeing Bridger's victory.
I don't know
That's
about
pretty
that.
much where the
Only if
scale
you
is.
successfully kill Adrian. If Adrian gets to his draw step, he gains about 1,000 life. So
This
True.
is true. Okay. Is that the
I'll
end
just
for you,
bring
Shane?
back a. I'll bring back the Goliath truck. Why not? And then I
Okay.
can convert Ratchet. Yep.
Cool.
I'm gonna untap and lose 18 life. Right?
Yeah.
It's just a casual 18.
you got 9 life left, Brian. Just cherish those moments.
I mean,
Hold on to them dearly.
I have so many things that make me draw cards that I can't drop. I have to be careful not to play them.
Oh, you can draw precisely 1 card before you die.
Well, that's cute.
Not so bad.
I can look at the top of my library right now, and that is not something that can do anything for me. So, oh man, not a lot of choices here. Is there any cool enchantments to destroy on the battlefield?
I have none.
No, I don't have
None,
any
right?
enchantments.
Okay, well, I will tap 2 mana, I guess my Soul Ring, and I will play Throne of the God Pharaoh.
Hey, that's
Cool.
Nicole.
That's right. And at the beginning of my end step, each opponent loses life equal to the number of tapped creatures I control. I don't have many creatures right now, so it's not scary, but I might be able to ping a few damage from somebody. And then, that one forces me to draw cards. Like, it's not even I make draw a card. I like literally have to, so I can't even play it.
Yeah, I have a card like that, and I'm like, dang it.
Man, really tricky. Okay.
You don't have any removal, Brian?
I'm sorry?
You don't have any removal?
I can only remove an enchantment at the moment. All my other removal was destroyed the first time you made me discard my hand.
Yeah. That's
I'll
the wheel
play-
gives and the wheel takes.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I'll play a tribal enchantment. Whenever a non-token elf is put into the graveyard, I get to put a 1/1 green elf warrior creature token into play. So that's something. Man, I don't really see anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't cast my commander. So now you have your blockers, Adrian, are like 4/5s.
5/5, 4/4, and a 5/5. Two of them have dead touch.
All my menace creatures are dead. And yeah, all the things I had combos, like I had things that could have given them death touch and things like that, but I don't have that at the moment. So I don't. I can gain life for each one attacking elf. Bridger, what's your blocking situation?
Oh, Brian. Don't make me kill you.
Yeah.
I have a 2/4, a 1/1, and a 2/2. And
A 2/4.
Chekhov's gun.
Yeah. I mean, what else am I gonna do here?
Just pass. Maybe I can kill Adrian. Maybe.
No, don't kill me.
Seems unlikely.
What about Shane? How many blockers do you have?
I currently have a 2 1/1s, a 2/2, and I could use them to pilot my vehicles to make it 2/4 or to convert them into bigger stuff.
And you have a big turtle.
So
All right, I'm gonna force.
and
I'm
a
gonna
big
force
turtle.
Bridger, I'm attacking you with a 3/4 and a 3/3.
All right, Brian, pick up all your cards. You're dead.
Wait, does that kill me too?
Yes. Well, how many cards are in your hand?
I currently have 5 cards.
Yes, you're dead. So I'm gonna spin the merfolk. So everybody shuffles their hand, and then draws that many cards.
So I draw 7 cards.
And take
Lose
21.
4.
I have
Yeah.
7 cards.
So you're gonna.
Am I dead? No, I
No.
take 7.
No, you're healing a bunch.
You
off
heal
this.
before my damage goes through. So yeah, because it's active, non-active.
So I'm going to heal 14 and then take 7.
You're
No.
gonna heal 28 and then take 14. So you're gonna go up 14 to 25,
Okay. Fascinating.
Dang it.
and
Well,
then
I just want.
I am drawing 4 and losing 4 per, so I lose 16, putting me at 13.
I didn't think you would do it.
And then Brian is very dead.
Brian's like, do it! Do it! And he like pulls the gun.
Honestly,
You had nothing
like-
to lose. Yeah.
So the reason why it's interesting for me to do that is if it's to his disadvantage to somewhat to do that. But I would have gained a little bit of life by having those elves, and everyone would have lost a little bit of life. So it would have hurt the entire board a little bit and helped me a little bit. Otherwise, I'm still just dead whenever he does it next time. So
Well, now everybody lost a lot of life, Brian.
everyone lost a lot of life, including you, though. So
Yeah.
okay,
Oh
that's
my god.
obviously it. That's it for me.
Yeah. So the drawing resolves before the death resolves. So technically, you're still alive, and we're in your turn. And this is important, Brian.
God.
Not good important though. I didn't draw. If I had removal,
yeah.
Do you want to explain real quick what just happened?
yes. Okay. So I have my commander, Nekusar the Mindraiser. And Nekusar the Mindraiser says anytime an opponent draws a card, they take a damage. So when I made them draw like 7 cards, they would take 7 damage. I also have Harmonic Prodigy, who doubles that up. Says, Nekusar, do that again. So when I made everybody redraw their hands, they took twice as much damage as the cards they drew. I also, once upon a time, had a Shieldred. Oh, gotta get it a little more on camera. And Adrian copied Shieldred twice.
As a zombie.
So Shieldred says whenever your opponent draws a card, they lose 2 life. So I was dealing 2 damage to them per card, and Adrian was dealing 4 damage to them per card, totaling 6 damage per card drawn, and they drew like 5, 6 cards each. And my damage and Adrian's damage were battling there in the air. It's a cool wizard duel.
Wizard duel.
Welly Wellington. I'm gonna untap.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna draw 3 cards at 4 damage a pop, putting me to 1.
Oh my god.
Look, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
You better win at 1 here.
Just gonna go to 1. And, maybe we'll get a good card.
Excuse me.
Oh man. Oh boy.
Adrian, you don't have anything that can make him draw 1 card right now?
So I actually, believe it or not, had Mercy. I did have a card for draw, but I didn't. I already had a big enough target on my head, and I would have only been able to kill you at the time.
Okay, so I have like some cool ways to kill myself.
This is a great card. Target player draws 2 cards, and you lose 2 life. So it was like a 7 damage little thing,
Yeah.
but I made enough enemies as it was.
I don't know anyone that's like, man, I'm really happy to see Phyrexia and Praetors on the board.
Jane, do you want to go to front cam?
Yeah, why not?
He
Not
was
that we're
showing
not
us his
enjoying this cleaning.
Thopters.
No, he's cleaning them. He's just packing up his
Yeah,
lunch
well-
for the day.
But Thopters. Okay. Well, I mean, I can't do anything. I can't do anything substantive. I can just kill myself really fast. So I guess I'll just kill myself really fast. 2, 5, 7, 10. I'll cast Prosperity. X equals 9. So we're each gonna draw 9 cards. And then I take
Yes.
36 damage,
pretty
and you gain 18 life.
18 life.
Good game.
Oh, finally, Adrian
pulled out
had
a
his
win.
day.
That's Adrian, that's your first win on stream, right?
That's my first win on stream, and my first probably like not being knocked out first.
That was pretty nasty.
I was super impressed.
Well, let's head back and we'll chat about the game. A lot of stuff happened. A lot to talk about. We'll see you in a second. What's up?
Wow.
Right.
I'll be honest, I did not appreciate the damage that was going to do. I honestly thought someone's going to wipe something. One person will take a lot of damage, then it'll be gone. But I guess we were late stage enough that there were not solutions in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We were
oddly
in the
enough-
top like 10 cards of anyone's deck.
Yeah, it wasn't in the hands we had at that exact moment
Yeah.
because we went through several.
There was a good chance that someone had a counter to it, given we all had full hands, and then we all had access to a lot more cards on our next turn. So you would have thought that I think someone had an answer somewhere in that pile of cards, but I think like I said, all of my removal was pretty much dropped in the first time we had to cycle hands, and then I got a bit more the second time, but then we cycled hands again and I lost it, and then I was literally holding like 7 lands. After that, so I just had nothing I could do there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's kind of same as like I was so focused on the like aggro strategy, and this deck doesn't have a ton of removal because I have to tech in so much to artifacts and like the vehicles that it doesn't have a whole lot of slots for that. The saddest, I had a Boros Charm, which deals 4 damage, but only to target player, not creature. I was like, no.
Yeah,
So
'cause
Bridger, how do you feel about losing to your own creature?
Oh no, it's great. It's Grixis irony. That's how Grixis loves to win games. Is they stop
right.
hitting yourself, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like Nekusar is a high school bully that keeps stop hitting yourself, and then Bolas the king of high school bullies, came in and bullied Nekusar. I think it's perfect.
Yeah. There's always a bigger fish out there.
Stop hitting yourself. I totally get how it could potentially be annoying, but I really liked your deck. I liked that it made us constantly have to reevaluate our lives where we were at, and so that was actually really really fun. As it's like it sucks because you lose your plan, you lose your hand, but now you have a new hand and a new plan that you have to try to come up with, right? So it's give and take, which I really appreciate.
I actually really agree with that. It generates chaos, but in a way that gives you tons of opportunities to play and still have fun. So while it's like wrecking your life total and it's wrecking your hand, it's kind of like genuinely giving you an equal amount of cool new things you could do. And it's like it's actually genuinely a fun way to get wrecked every turn, because you're pulling all this random stuff. So I was really into it, and especially because my deck, normally the elves, they get wiped once and now they're out of steam. But because you kept my hand so full, I always had that next round, to go off of. And in fact, because the elves specialize in kind of getting back up on the board quickly, I could go through those wipes and still kind of have a bit of a board, which was cool. That's a unique experience for me in my deck.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys enjoyed playing against it. It's a deck archetype that I enjoy because it's goofy doofy nonsense. But I know that a lot of people can get frustrated playing against this deck archetype. There's this saying in Magic that if you wheel enough times, your opponent will eventually just have a bad hand, and then you win. And people who play against wheels enough know that they're powerful and obnoxious. But this construction of the deck is more about Howling Minds than wheels. It's more about no, we're all just going to keep drawing. I'm not going to make you discard your hand. You'll just discard it over time. So it's a fun, everybody gets to see more of their deck, play more of the game that they're trying to play. And I'm just poking you in the eyes a little bit as we're getting there.
Yeah. It's cool, and it's though it's you got to be careful because there's so many just little things that are just normal staples. You hit one Thought Vessel or one Reliquary Tower.
Yeah.
And now you're your friend, your ally's best friend. They don't have to worry about the discarding. But it's good. You literally turn people's decks against them because there were a lot of cards I had which were draw X cards, and look at any vehicle or artifact and put them into your hands, and it's all of a sudden those cards are dead weight, and I just don't want to play them because I'm just going to end up hurting myself more.
That's exactly right. That's what happened to me too. About half of my elves that are in my hands were all forcing me to draw equal to the number of elves you have, or every time you play an elf, draw a card, and it wasn't optional. It was you have to. And I was oh no, 6 damage to me every time I play an elf, that's going to be a problem. Although I did have elves in my hand, it was only those kinds of elves.
It's so common in card games for players to know that drawing cards is one of the best things to do, and everybody puts in cards that draw cards just for that value. But I love that Nekusar introduces that reversal. So Baleful Mastery is a 4 mana removal spell that you can cast for 2 mana, but your opponent gets to draw a card. Well, that downside becomes an upside in Nekusar. This upside down world, it's just it puts that little twist on cards.
That can take advantage of that, where you take a mechanic that's not good and not great. For me, it's the madness mechanic has always been super cool. It's if you discard a card, you can play it for way reduced cost. And it's if you build decks around that, those are the cool mechanics that you look for, because Endo can make big creatures and make them stompy.
Yeah.
But that's where the real fun Magic is let's take this weird aspect of the game of we're wheeling, we're all drawing.
Yeah. And it just recontextualizes everything, It's I just found the Sign in Blood. This is actually not even on my Mox field. I just added this today because it was just a cool, useful card because I needed more card draw. Yeah. But because it's target player draws 2 cards, I'm oh, suddenly this actually becomes an entirely different card. You can weaponize it, and I love that. So it makes everyone look at their own deck in a new way. So so cool.
Yeah. Wow. Well, this was a lot of fun. I really was not sure what to expect with these decks, and I was really surprised and pleased. I think we haven't actually scheduled our next game. I think a lot of us are still assembling decks for our next game. Bridger, do we have a sense of when our next game is going to be? I know we're taking a bit of a winter holiday.
Yes.
Do you know that?
We're going to be away for the end of December. Some of us are traveling, see family. We all need a break, time off. We'll be back in January, either the first or second Wednesday night, our classic 6 p.m. Pacific time. In January, we'll be back. We'll make a post. You'll see us playing some Magic again, hanging out, having a good time.
And Adrian, what would you say is the best way to not miss that upcoming game?
Oh, you know what? There's many ways to support the channel, but the one that costs you absolutely nothing is to just like and subscribe, get notified to all of the amazing updates we have. We really appreciate it, and it costs you nothing. Button's right down there. Just click it right now.
Yeah,
you can find out when we're back.
That could be your Christmas gift to us.
Mm-hmm. It would mean a lot.
Yeah.
Shane might cry with joy.
You know, we're still building this brand new channel. We're really excited. In fact, we've also been working on a bunch of other additional videos in addition to our live streams, and so getting the word out there is really going to help us get those videos in front of more people and help us accelerate the amount of content we're creating. So we're really excited to continue to grow the channel and put in a lot more stuff. And even make the shows a little better. I hope even everyone noticed that we got our new microphone stands, and hopefully the audio quality is a little better. And we're trying to level up the show all the time. So if you have any feedback, leave it in the comments. We're reading all the comments, and let us know if you really like some of the updates we're making, and if you have any ideas to improve the show.
Absolutely.
All right.
Well, with that, I think we're done for the night. Like we like to say here on Magic Titans, have some fun games with your friends, and happy top decking. Bye.
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 Bye.